AITA 4 stealing my boyfriend's best friend? He is upset we now are coworkers and roommates. My boyfriend Jack has a close friend named Verona. They grew up together and have been tight since they were middle schoolers. He wanted me to meet her. He really wanted us to get along. He said from the start that it was important to him, that I accepted their friendship. She was really important to him and didn't want to be in a position that I felt jealous or weird about him having a female BFF. When I met her, I thought she was pretty cool. But we didn't really get to know each other too well for a while, until she reached out to me about some harassment she was facing at work. Knowing I'd experienced similar things working on the same field, she wanted some advice. I helped her, though a kind of difficult reporting process, through the disappointment and stress that the company didn't seem to be taking it seriously enough, and then through a job search for a new job. She applied to a lot of places, including the company I work for, and ended up accepting an offer from the place I work. We became really close friends once we started working together. Once COVID has hit, the isolation has been tough on us. My boyfriend is kind of an introvert, so it hasn't been too bad for him, but Veronica and I are pretty extroverted and we're having a tough time of it. When my roommate wanted to move out early, to go home to quarantine with family, Veronica decided to move in. It's been great to be living with a friend, and since we're coworkers, it actually makes work easier to have both of us working out of the same room. Jack and I aren't at a point in our relationship where we were considering living together. I know he thinks it's too soon, so he and I quarantining together wasn't really on the table. Anyway, being roommates and coworkers and friends, Veronica and I are pretty close with each other and share a lot with each other. We're both straight, LOL. This isn't about cheating or anything of the sort, but Jack has started to be upset with me over the friendship regardless. He said to me that we were becoming unhealthily codependent. It's just too much to be living and working and friends with someone. Plus, he said it feels like I stole his best friend away from him. I said it's ridiculous he thinks I stole her. For one, he introduced us and wanted us to get along. And two, I know she still sees him as a close friend. He said that it feels unfair that since I'm more of an extrovert, it's like he can't have friends that are his own. I said that I was sorry. I thought he wanted me to get on well with her. He got mad at me for missing the point. He feels like he just wanted me to be friendly with her. And instead, I kind of became best friends and coworkers and roommates with her, and became even closer to her than he was. AITA for stealing my boyfriend's friend? AITA for stealing my sister's boyfriend? I know it sounds crazy, but my sister F35, let's call her Sam, was dating this really young guy. And I of 17 stole her boyfriend indirectly. For some context, my sister still lives with our parents because she recently got fired from her job as a janitor at our local mall. And she's been a pain in the ass ever since she moved back in. Recently, she started dating this guy, let's call him Mike, M19. My sister and I had to share a room since our parents used her old room to store home gym equipment, and they refused to clear her old room out. As a teenager, having to share a room with a grown woman sucks. And she stays up all night talking to her young boyfriend, and doesn't let me sleep peacefully. Recently, she had him over for dinner, and he seemed genuinely sweet and kind. He was super funny, and we really got along, which was surprising, because the guys my sister dates are usually huge red flags. He told me he likes mature women who know what they are doing in life, but honestly, my sister isn't one of those women at all. I noticed her being really mean, and she really belittled Mike all night. Eventually, Mike followed me on Instagram and we became good friends. A few months later, Mike and Sam broke up, but we continued talking. A few weeks ago, I confessed my feelings to Mike, and we started dating, but my sister is pissed. She says I stole her boyfriend and told my parents that I'm ruining her life even though they were already broken up. My parents are mad at me, and even though I'm going off to college in a year, they are threatening to cut me off financially. If I don't fix things with my sister because she's being crazy, I have no idea if I broke the girl code by dating Mike, but we have a genuine connection. Am I the asshole? AITA for taking my laptop back after my boyfriend's sister stole from us? I, 21F, have a house with my boyfriend, 22M. My boyfriend's sister, 17F, feels like she has the right to enter our house at any time, just because my boyfriend lives here also. So, last night around 11:30, after my boyfriend and I had already fallen asleep, his sister walks into our house, and this wakes my boyfriend up. She asked if she could take a beer out of our fridge, and he told her no. She threw a fit, apparently, and slammed our bathroom door. My boyfriend thought she would just leave after throwing her tantrum in the bathroom, so he came back to bed. After a while, we heard our front door slam, and my boyfriend got up to lock it, and we thought that was that. This morning, while putting groceries away, I opened the drawer in the fridge where we keep our alcohol, and it was completely empty. I had bought a 24-pack of Seagrams on Thursday and only had one, so I asked my boyfriend if he moved them somewhere else. He told me no, and that his sister asked for a beer, and he said no and thought she left after. I confronted her about it, and she basically told me that she used our bathroom, and her friend must have came into the house and took them. This could be true, but my boyfriend only heard the door slam once after coming to bed, because the door won't close unless you slam it hard. If it was open long enough for the friend to grab the alcohol from the fridge and leave, my cat would have definitely ran out of the house. So her story was a lie to try to keep herself out of trouble. After thinking about it, I told her I knew she was lying, and even if she wasn't, she was letting her friend steal from us, and told her she was being selfish and disrespectful. She went on a rant about how I was a BTCH and I controlled my boyfriend. Wasn't family to her anymore. When she said that, it made me pissed. On top of how pissed I already was about her thinking. She has any right to take stuff from my house because her brother lives here. I went to her dad's house and talked to him about it and told him that I was sorry, but they were going to have to figure out another way for her to do her schoolwork because I was taking my computer back since I wasn't family anymore. He was fine with this. Now she's even more pissed and telling my boyfriend that he is dead to her and telling him to get rid of me since I'm controlling. I have never been rude to her and have been there for her through breakups and thought times. But she treats me like this just because I'm upset that she stole from me. AITA? Edit. We forgot to lock the house that night and didn't really think anything of it. We can only lock the house when we are there because our landlord lost the keys. We bought a new door handle, but it doesn't fit in the hole that is in the door. Oh, we're just waiting on our landlord to approve. US drilling a bigger hole into the door for the new handle. Update. We got our new door handle in. I feel safe and my belongings are secure. His sister is throwing a tantrum still and disowned us as family. She sent my boyfriend and I long paragraphs at 2 a.m. last night. Told my boyfriend that he never sticks up for her and always takes my side. This is the first time her and I have ever fought and Hayes taking my side BC. He was also pissed that she was coming into our house and taking my stuff. And told me that I need to grow up because I make every outing awkward and make my boyfriend into a different person. His mom agrees with this, but believes I make him into a better, happier, and goofier version of himself.